I know everyone in Texas is watching this closely. We've been talking about Beryl now for
Yes.
so long. So bracing for impact in Texas.
Yes, and it's finally moved across the Caribbean islands, then Yucatan, and now it's eyeing Texas. So it did take this huge track all across the Atlantic basin, and it looks like it will be weakening tomorrow after it moves inland. But as of tonight, it is still a tropical storm, and in fact, it's gotten a little bit stronger just by a few miles per hour for the winds since earlier this afternoon. It's now almost a hurricane, but not quite there yet. 70-mile-per-hour winds. If it bumps up to 75 miles per hour, that would put that at a Category 1 hurricane, and we are expecting that to happen. It doesn't have long at all for that to happen. It will probably be in the next few hours that it makes landfall as it gets very close even tonight. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., it could already be, well, very close to Houston for the center of the circulation after making landfall somewhere to the west, it looks like, of Galveston and Houston overnight, maybe 2, 3, 4 a.m., something like that. Now moving off to the north and northeast, eventually it will recurve around some high pressure. And as I was mentioning, we are expecting only minimal impacts, nothing direct here in southeast Louisiana and coastal Mississippi. But what we do see in the form of some moisture moving over us on Tuesday when the system is to the north, that will be one of the biggest impacts that we will see. Just again, that chance for rain on Tuesday, maybe a couple of inches for us, although a few heavy downpours will be possible. We'll watch on Tuesday, but I think it should be mostly manageable. Of course, over in southeast Texas, a lot of rain, and of course, a lot of Houston people preparing for 5 to 10 inches. This would be from tonight through tomorrow night. And as I was mentioning, a couple of isolated spots may get up to 15 or so inches. So a lot of rain, of course, a flooding threat for them. Also, tropical storm and hurricane watches and warnings, the hurricane warnings in this red area for the potential for those hurricane force winds if it does indeed bump up to a hurricane tonight. Storm surge potential, you can see pretty high for some of these southeast Texas locations, up to 7 feet or so. And then southwest Louisiana, about 1 to 3 feet. I think we may see our tides running a little higher than normal the next day or so for southeast Louisiana, but it's not actually officially included with any sort of storm surge or even coastal flooding kind of threat right now. So we'll let you know if anything changes, but I think it would just be minor, maybe up to a foot or 2. Flooding rain outlook for tonight and then tomorrow. Of course, the bullseye is East Texas, Southeast Texas, but you can see that by Tuesday, we will be under that lowest risk for flooding rain. So that's why we're going to be watching for those downpours on Tuesday. So our local Beryl impacts, scattered rain Tuesday, higher than normal tides, as I mentioned, possible early this week. Kind of choppy seas off the coast, seas maybe 2 to 4 feet or so. And also we'll have a little bit of a breeze in the next couple of days. You may have noticed even today a bit of a breeze, some movement to the air was very welcome for a lot of us. On radar, there is already a very far outer band of moisture for some of our extreme western spots, really just outside of our area, Morgan City to Baton Rouge. I'm not expecting this to get much closer into the rest of southeast Louisiana tonight, but we will watch it. And tomorrow we do have a chance for rain. Precision cast showing this is by 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. This particular model has it making landfall here with rain showing up, of course, inland into Texas. For us tomorrow, you can see a few scattered showers and storms, and now we'll move into Tuesday. Tuesday, you can see still that band of moisture may be wrapped up into a much weaker and inland Beryl, but we may still get some rain out of it. So this is potentially Tuesday through lunchtime, maybe into the afternoon. We could continue with a few downpours. And then as we move into the rest of the week, it looks like a more normal, typical kind of summer setup, hot, a couple spotty storms each day. Don't forget tomorrow, before we reach that rain on Tuesday, we have a heat advisory feeling possibly like up to 112. Tonight, we're expecting temperatures around 80 for lows, and then tomorrow, maybe 94 or so for the high. And note those winds from the south-southeast up to about 15 miles per hour. So a little breezy tomorrow and Tuesday. Tuesday, temperatures get cut back. We'll have clouds, we'll have some rain, so a little different feel on Tuesday. Then Wednesday starts a transition back to that more typical summer pattern, which continues into next weekend.
All right, Alexandra, thank you. Essence Fest.